So I'm Dana Childs, and I've been in Charlotte for 15 years. I came for college, didn't leave, stuck around. Was teaching, went abroad, came back, still teaching, got hired by the bank, was a banker, and liked it for a while. And then it just got really banky and really corporate, and I needed to change. I was really unhappy, and I thought, you know, why am I grinding my wheels every day doing this? And it was, well, because I owned a house. So I thought, well, I'll just put the house on the market, see what happens. I was lucky enough to be able to get permission from my dad. Not that we, have to get permission, but I did. And I had made this list of what were my options, what could I do that would make me happy. And it was just a list of about 10 things on a piece of paper. I could go to massage school and enclose my garage and stay at the bank until I needed to. 10 different things. And the last thing I put on there, just for kicks and giggles, was I can sell the house, quit the job, and go travel, see whatever I want to see. And so when I called up my dad and I said, I might be unemployed and homeless soon because I really am not having a good time. And he said, I'll come home, take a breather. So I went home for the weekend, and I basically went down the list. I said, here are my ideas, here's what I've got. And I got to the last one, and he said, well, that sounds nice. Like your face kind of lit up when you said that. And I said, yeah, but Dad, that's not realistic. I mean, I'm 30x years old, 33 or whatever years old, and I have the house and the car and the job and the dog and the, whatever people want. And he said, yeah, but are you happy? And I said, nope. And he was like, well, it's just stuff. Sell the stuff, get rid of the stuff, and just go. You're young. Go do what you want. See what you want. You won't have this chance again. Just go do it. Well, there is actually this book called The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, I think is the author, and there's this little line in there that says, when you desire something with all your heart, the universe conspires to help you do it. That is a paraphrase. I'm not the author. And that, I was lucky enough to have read that book. One of my students, actually, when I was teaching, had recommended that. And that is so what happened. After the decision was made, the home was sold in 6 days. I had moved out. I had friends who have a nice large home that said, we have a guest room in the back, come and stay with us until you go. And at this point it was, well, I know I'm going, and I know I'm pulled to India. The end. That's all I knew. I have a backpack and some stuff, and where do I go, what do I do? If I could do anything, what would I do? Well, I'm a healer. That I know, and I've always known, but I mean, what does that mean? And how do I do that? And how do I wake that up? And what do I need to study? And I thought, well, massage is really healing, so maybe I go to massage school. And I sat. We get so caught up about what are we doing, our responsibilities, and do we have what we're supposed to have at this age, and are we doing what we're supposed to do at this age, and are we married by this age, and do we have kids by this age, and do we have the house, and do we own, and we get so caught up in that we forget who we are. So it's really about just sitting down and being with yourself and being quiet enough to hear what your heart wants, because we get so caught up in everything that we don't listen to ourselves. So really, if not your head, not what you should do, but what you want to do, and tap back into that desire. And what is that desire? If you could do anything, if money were no object, if responsibility were no object, what would you do? And then maybe that's the better place to start, rather than, well, here's what I could do and here's what would be easy to do. Getting in touch with that desire is really important, and I was lucky enough to have had that trip to China that got me back in touch with that core desire of traveling and learning about other cultures, ultimately learning about self. So what I do here is the mediumship work, which is connecting to the other side and reading people, so giving them messages that they may need to hear for things that could be, we tend to hold on to the past, like things that have hurt, or things that we've been through, or things that we feel blamed for, or that we feel are our fault, responsible for. So it's reading them and getting this information from the other side to be able to see these past events and help them let that go so that they can move forward where they are now, and help them see what's in front of them now a little more clearly, because when we're so emotionally invested in who we are and what we're doing, we don't see the whole picture. It's www.wix, that's wix.com/travel spirit, all one word, /Dana Childs, and that has all the contact information on there as well. Hey, my name is Dana Childs, and my dream is possible.